Good afternoon, everybody. We are back with a very, very special episode of Outside the Cage. You already know it's a little bit of a victory lap over here for Dimes.
Come on.
Legendary moment this weekend. Knockout of the year so far. Moment of the 2020 so far, maybe. Just straight insanity. The last Stylebender gets the job done. Talk to me.
And new. Oh my goodness. What a moment. What a night. I still can't wrap my head around it. I still don't believe it's real. I kind of, in the moment, it was just like, you're in shock. And then, I get home and I watch the press conferences and I just kind of teared up a little bit because he really did it, man. Like, he really fucking did it. And that's what's crazy is oh, I believed, but when you see it and the way it happened, it's just it's just chills, bro. It's just chills. And it's just chills, bro, because it's just to think about the mental strength that he had to have to get through this, for someone to beat you 3 times. And when you're the best, when you're the best, one of the best ever, and as he is, respectfully, and it's just you fight someone 3 times and you're just fuck, I don't know if I can beat this guy. But then also too, it's just you play someone. So it's just for example, in basketball, you play someone and you lose. It's just I know you're not better than me. And that's kind of how Izzy felt. Is bro, I fought this dude 3 times. I know he's not better than me. And then in Pereira's head too, I think he knew fuck, I've not got lucky. He's won. He's earned everything that he's got. But it's not to be, like you said, to be 3-0.
When you're that close. Yeah.
You're not better than me, bro. And that's what Izzy felt. And he knew it. This dude's not better than me.
So what are you thinking? Second round, the leg kicks are starting to get to Izzy a little bit. That's definitely a fact, even if the shots up top weren't. So what's your mindset like when Pereira's starting to stalk him a little bit again?
So first round, they actually gave the first round to Izzy, but people were asking me at the end of the first, what do you think? And I was I think Pereira won that one.
I did too.
Because I thought that head kick was kind of the biggest damage in that round. But so then that second round comes in, and then Pereira would have flashes where they would get in the pocket and exchange, and Pereira would hunt him down and stalk him down. And then, and so then I was just damn, why doesn't he just do that every time? And then, the leg kicks were going, and then it's just that one, he kind of slipped a little bit, and I was fuck, it's just the last fight. His legs are going. And they go against the cage. He starts teeing off. And so at first, obviously in real time, I'm fuck, he's done, right? I thought he was really damaged and not got a lucky punch off, but really threw one. But then I watched it back, bro. He really he went into guard and
oh yeah,
he did it on purpose, bro. He did
played possum for sure, dude.
But then also too is that had to land because he knew his leg was fucked.
That was so elite. The left hand he touched him with too before the big.
You see the breakdown of how they did it. How it was a race. The second one was a race, or the first one was a race. So he hit him with the left. He came back, and then here they were both here, and it's just whoever's going to.
Pereira had it coming from down low.
Yeah, the left was coming. The left was coming.
I didn't notice that in live time at all,
bro. And then how about just obviously the knockout's crazy, but then just the celebration is one of the best celebrations I've ever seen, bro. So at first it's oh my God, he knocked him out. And then it's bro, he did the fucking arrows. Bro, that shit's crazy. Bro, oh my, bro. And that's the thing too, is he knocked out Izzy bad in the first kick or the second kickboxing. But the first UFC fight, Izzy went outstanding. The second fight, Izzy fucking really killed this dude, bro.
He was down for a minute.
He was fucking dead.
And then Izzy really pointed at young Pereira.
Pointing to the young Pereira. Bro, just to have and that's how these dudes are really I don't want to say he's Conor level, but just how these dudes are showmen, and really because it's just how do you have that all in your head after a thing like that?
Have the wits about you
I'm gonna do that shit, bro, that's just the mental, and just it's just crazy, bro. But that win just did a lot, bro. Just it just showed a lot. You can't not be happy when someone overcomes that shit.
Literally,
it was the biggest obstacle in his life. The one man in his life who said I'm better than you, and it's been true.
Yup, and now Izzy really got the job done.
Still can't believe it.
And just the way it happened, it was so reminiscent of the first fight. Izzy up against the cage, Pereira starting to tee off on him, and then That slight opening, as you said,
Yeah.
bang, boom,
Bro. Oh my gosh. I
boom.
wish I had a live reaction, bro, but I was so locked in. Like I didn't go on my phone until after the fight was like already
Yeah.
done. But like, bro, the whole time I was just sitting there, I was like this, and I was like, fuck, fuck, fuck. And then he goes, oh my, the fucking whole restaurant erupted, bro. It's fucking
Ooh.
crazy.
Were most people in there rooting for Izzy, or were there some Izzy haters in there?
There was a lot of Izzy. There was a lot of Izzy. Bigger fans for Trump. Shout to DT.
Yeah, dude, the arena
Yeah.
got real loud when they showed
Shouts
him on the
DT.
screen.
They told me he was arrested. Shouts DT.
And for real, my Apple News popped up and said,
Yeah.
Trump arrested, and then I see Trump at the UFC.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
said,
yeah. But no, man, it's just a special night.
mm,
One of those nights where like that's why the UFC is what it is, and one of those like nights where just like that's why Izzy is who he is. He's the best to ever do it. He's the best middleweight of all time. I think that cements it as the best
that
middleweight of all
yeah,
time.
that one just about does. I mean,
Greatest
I
ever,
think
bro.
if he beats Hamzat, he's gonna start entering the GOAT conversation in general.
Yeah. But that right there, bro, is like that's greatest.
Just
And
legendary moment.
and I know I talked a lot of shit. Not that it matters, because obviously he'll be fucking beat my ass. But like, I know I talked a lot of shit about Pereira, bro. But shout out to him, bro. Because without him, we don't have this great rivalry. Like, I think this
Yep.
is truly one of the like, because obviously like I was too young for like the Cheeto and Tuck and Cheeto and not sorry Cheeto, Chuck and Tito
Yeah.
rivalry. But like this shit right here is one of the best. Like, not even just UFC, like combat sports rivalries. Like, I don't think this has ever been done. Like how like
Going
transformed
sport
from
to sport.
kickboxing. Yeah. Like shout out to him, bro. Because without him, we don't have that.
Yep.
Great fucking rivalry, bro. Both like, bro, like those dudes are both like, if I'm Izzy, I'll never want to fight him again. If I'm Pereira, I never want to fight him again. Like they're both fucking killers, bro. And it's just
Yeah.
whose night it is that night.
100%. Their names will be intertwined in combat sports history
The
forever.
30 for 30 for sure.
Yeah, two of the best strikers ever. I'd say
Ever.
two of the top 10 in all striking, boxing, kickboxing, and then in MMA striking, two in the top 5, I would say,
Yeah.
probably. Man, so what's next for? We'll start with Peloton, because I think at middleweight, we just kind of need to see how things shape out with everyone else. But what do you think Peloton should do next?
I think I think it's tough, man, because he's coming off a loss, but obviously, like we've seen what he's done. And I think he's one of the guys where, given the right matchup, he can beat anybody. So, like, I don't know. Like, I want to see him go to 205. I hope he does go to 205. So why? I mean, who says no to him versus Jamal Hill? Like, there's no other, like we talk about all the time. Light heavyweight's kind of like up in the air. I mean, unless obviously it's Yuri first, but if Yuri's not ready, like I think it's Alex and Jamal Hill. Another story.
You think he's gonna want to take a long time off after this one though, just because that was a pretty brutal knockout?
Yeah, that's a big dude. I'm sure he's gonna have to. I don't know, like what, like we that's the thing. He's still fairly new to the UFC, so we don't know. Like, is he a long layoff guy? Is he a like we don't know. We don't really know him. Like, we don't know him, so it's like hard to say. But like, I don't know. But like, and also too, like, does he still sell without Izzy?
I don't think he's a main event guy, but I think everyone's really excited to watch him fight again just because of his electric style.
Yeah. No,
but
the
that's
purist
true
for sure. Like, I would love to see a him versus Yuri, him versus Jamal Hill, another striking masterclass. But it's just like, can you sell a Jamal Hill and Izzy pay-per-view? I mean,
Jamal Hill and Pereira. That's true as the main feature event. I mean, I think that's easier to sell than Pena Nunez 3. We'll get into that later, but yeah. Man, I don't know. I had Peloton maybe against Rakic, because Rakic will probably be getting healthy around the same time Peloton's ready to come back.
And we got to think too, is Peloton's pretty old. He's 36.
Yeah. So, I mean, he probably just made a bunch of money off of this. So how many more fights does he even want to do, especially taking a big concussion like that?
Yeah.
Oof. But
that's tough. I don't know, but I definitely think 205 is the move. I think he's the top, like him versus Jamal Hill. I don't know who I'd favor. Like I think Pereira can definitely win that.
And Jamal does have good ground and pound too. So if he was able to get on top of Pereira, I think it would be a bad time for Alex, definitely.
Yeah. But then you definitely like cannot tell like Izzy's story without Pereira. So shout out to Pereira. Like this, like this was crazy. Like I never thought I'd see someone take the belt from Izzy. So, like what he did in the short time he's been here. Shout out to him because he's been a great addition to the UFC and he's done nothing but great things since he's been here.
And especially the way he beat Izzy. If someone was to beat Izzy, I always thought it would be a Hamzat type person, someone that was able to wrestle him, submit him, get him down.
I'm a better striker than you and outbox you.
Yeah. I always forget that Jan Blachowicz beat Izzy too, but he didn't really beat him up, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
And then for the middleweight division, it's kind of weird right now, but I was thinking
weird. We're not thinking about that right now, bro.
Too soon?
Too soon, man. Because there's not a clear-cut guy. This is the first time Izzy's title defense. There's always been a clear-cut guy.
Exactly. So what I'm thinking is
give it to me.
Instead of Costa versus Hamzat, which they've been rumoring, they should do Rob versus Hamzat. Because if Whitaker were to beat Hamzat, I think that would be enough to warrant that one. Especially with how the second fight went, because it was closer than the first.
Yeah.
And Whitaker's improved his wrestling a lot, so he has another way to beat Izzy now.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think Whitaker versus Hamzat, get that as soon as possible. Try and get him on the same schedule as Izzy. Winner of that fight's Izzy.
If you're Izzy, though, like at what point, like what do you do?
I heard him in the press conference. I don't know if you picked up on it when he started calling out Dricus. He said, I'm not going to give him any clout and say his name, but he said drag him across South Africa. And it was definitely because when Dricus was saying he's the real African champion.
Yeah.
Definitely. Izzy definitely wasn't happy about that. But
you kind of just got to start taking fights that are like good, like stories almost, because it's like you already beat these dudes. Like no one in the top, no one in the top 5, bro, that I want to see. Like, I don't know. I don't know. And another thing too, bro, is like, I want to appreciate, shout out Izzy, is like, it doesn't get talked about enough, bro, is he's so active. Like he fights 3 times a year and it's not talked about enough how active he is for like being a champion for so long. He's so active.
I think this was his 10th or 11th title fight in 4 years since he's gotten the belt. So yeah, that's insane on its own. Just being able to not take damage in fights, get ready to go again, or when you take damage, recovering, still getting a full camp in, showing up at the top of your game or close to it every time.
That the next closest guy that Izzy hasn't beat is Dricus at 6. So like, do they go? So who does Dricus have to fight?
That's the thing, dude. I mean, you could. I don't think beating Sean Strickland's enough to warrant a title shot, but then again, Pereira beat Sean Strickland and then got the title shot.
But that's just the way he beat him too, though. You got to think.
Yeah, that's true.
But I mean, I like Dricus's wins, not bad. Till and Brunson, but like, I don't know. Do you do Dricus and Cannonier? Dricus and it's just, I mean, obviously you have to give him a fight, but it's tough because if you like all the guys ahead of him, Izzy's already beat. So if they beat Dricus, it's like fuck. So like he really has to win.
Yeah.
Which obviously he has to win either way, but it's just like it's not like a hey, like the winner of these guys.
Yeah.
Like, Dricus, let's say they do Dricus and Cannonier. If Dricus wins, he probably gets the shot. But if Cannonier wins, fuck no.
Right now.
So it's tough spot.
100%. I think Hamzat, that's the easiest one right now.
He's got to get more than 85 though. Like beating Paulo Costa's not enough for me.
That's what I'm saying. Hamzat versus Whitaker.
Yeah.
That's the one right there. Or shit. I mean, if Dricus is down, Hamzat versus Dricus. And then if Dricus were to beat Hamzat, that would give him a good argument for the Izzy shot. So
you don't think because I think Costa and Boers is already booked, right? That came out today that it's already booked. I think so.
It is?
I believe so. Let's just say let's just say it is. Do they do Whitaker and Dricus?
I like that. If you're dude, me personally, I'm not on the Dricus train yet because
no, me either, no.
And the tailwind,
it's just you have to. It's just you almost have to do it because of like already they're starting the beef, and then if there's no one else, like it's a fun fight.
Yeah,
it'd be a good for the media.
Everyone in the top 5 already.
Yeah, it's hard, man.
True.
I don't know what you do if you're the one who I don't want to say blew his shot, but the one who really like could have made some noise and would have been probably a better like clear cut guy was Dialidze if he beat Vettori. That would have been a more clear.
He was new to the equation.
Yeah,
100%.
Yeah, but yeah,
and you had that hype after the crucifix, but
I don't know what you do if you're Izzy. I mean, obviously, if you're Izzy, like I don't know, man. It's tough. Clear out the division, bro. Like, what do you want me to do?
Yeah, he already beat a lot of them twice too, so it's not
Yeah,
even like
fucking
you can
lapping
sell
him.
the rematches.
And there's no one that's like, yeah. I mean, the best fight, I'll watch the Whitaker him 3 every time. That's a great fight. But it's just like, I mean, there's no one else. Like, do you give him 3
Yeah.
before you give Cannonier 2? Like,
Yeah, I think you get Hamza booked as soon as possible because that's the one. Hamza versus Izzy is the biggest sell right now at middleweight, in my opinion, by a
I think that's one of the
marginal
best.
distance.
I don't want to say it yet, but like, it's like hearing it and thinking it. Like, I think that's gonna be one of the biggest fights of all time.
Hamza Izzy?
Yeah,
Agreed.
yeah,
It's yeah, because Hamza just has that mystique about him too.
yeah.
And it's the wrestling versus the striking. See what Izzy's takedown defense will
Tough
be like.
matchup, real tough matchup.
It is.
If
But
I'm
hey,
Izzy,
so was
bro, I
Correa.
fucking fight Whitaker just one more time and get out of there before fucking. Yeah, but yeah, no, it's tough. It's tough. Definitely tough.
Yeah, Izzy's always chasing greatness, like he says.
Yeah, but at some point, greatness fucking
Father time.
Yeah,
Yeah. So what about the co-main event of the evening? I think it went pretty much exactly how we thought it would.
yeah.
George Masvidal retires. Gilbert Burns beats him in a unanimous decision. Respect to George. Great career. Made a lot of money for himself. Probably more money than the level he was as a fighter,
Exactly. Yeah,
if that
yeah.
makes sense. So
Can't
good
blame
on
him.
him.
No. Yeah,
Good on him. I would
yeah.
hate for it to be the reversed way.
Shout out to yeah. I'm not gonna sit on here and bash Jorge today, but not that I ever want to, but I like Jorge. It's not anything about Jorge the person. I just don't think he's
Yeah.
who he's claims to be as a fighter inside the cage. But no, like I don't like he's a pioneer of the sport. Like we're not a lot of the stuff like we don't have without Kimbo, without Jorge. So it's like we're not in
Agreed.
Miami if it's not for Jorge. So shout out to him. Great career. Some memorable moments. Gave us some of the best press conferences, some of the best finishes that we've seen. The whole one thing
Celebrations.
I remember, bro, like my first ever like memory of like we talk about it, like we weren't really big fans on this till like about COVID. So like one of the biggest like memories for me, one of my first ever like memories of like how we just love like that outside the cage stuff, not no pun intended, but like the stuff that goes on like outside
Yeah.
the cage was like the whole time of when they were in Fight Island with him fighting Usman when he came in like late last minute, like following that was like the first ever time where I like followed shit and that shit was fucking dope. Like
That
how
was
he came in last
exciting.
minute, like yeah, that shit was so
So
shout out to him.
gangster.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Shout out to him. Gave us a lot of memories. Hope he whatever he does. I really like his promotion. I think he's gonna do. I think he's gonna kill it in the promotion world. So shout out to him and thank you for all the memories, Jorge. But we got to talk
Yep.
about the man Gilbert Burns does it again.
Yeah, dude. He's just being undeniable at this
Yeah,
point. I think he has such a better argument than Colby for the title shot personally.
and we'll talk about that. I mean, we can talk about it now if you want, but go ahead.
May as well. I think Gilbert versus Colby would be
Yeah.
ideal, but I know they want to get Leon versus somebody in July on
So
London.
Gilbert versus Bilal or no?
Yeah, I've been hearing that Gilbert versus Bilal gets the winner of Colby versus Leon.
Yeah. And then, but then, so then, like one thing too is I saw this, and I want to put a stop to it right now. So Dana Hunter, like, please listen to me, all you guys. Please put a stop to like making the backup fighter a big fucking deal. Like, no one cares. Like, Gilbert wants to be the backup for Leon and Kobe. Like, and then so then they give it to Gilbert. So then what happens to fucking Bilal? Like, stop doing that shit. Like, no one cares. Like, we can have a backup, that's fine, but just because you're the backup doesn't mean you're the next guy.
Yeah, just make a little quiet tweet
You're the
so people
backup, you're
know
the
who will
backup.
be fighting if someone doesn't make weight,
If
but
it's
it
clear
doesn't
cut,
need to
it's
be
clear cut. But like,
not a golden ticket to the belt. Yeah.
but Bilal is getting screwed. He's done everything he's asked.
Yeah.
He's beat guys below him. He's fought down. He's won more than Colby Covington. Colby Covington's best win the last what year is Jorge Masvidal. Is his only win his last year? Is Jorge Masvidal?
Yeah, only win in a while since Woodley.
Yeah. So I don't know what Colby did to come in and get this shot. I have no clue, but it's fucking disrespectful to. I'd give Hamza a shot before Colby.
Dude,
Disrespectful to Bilal.
Shavkat,
Disrespectful to
yeah.
give it board. Yeah, disrespectful to Bilal, Gilbert Burns, Shavkat. Like I don't know. I like Kobe. I think I said it all along during Usman's reign. If Usman doesn't exist, Kobe's the champ. But you got to be active and you got to show me something.
Dude, yeah, and he hasn't gotten a finish since he finished Tyron Woodley at the end of Woodley's career. I think it might have been Woodley's last fight.
Yes.
So
So I would love to see. I would love to see either Bilal or Gilbert get the shot versus Leon, or we see a title eliminator. But I definitely do not want to see. But it's gonna happen. We're gonna see Kobe in a title fight. So I would want to see next. I want to see Gilbert Burns versus Bilal Muhammad for the title eliminator for the winner of Kobe and Leon.
Agreed. Yeah, it's like I think they both deserve to fight for the title next, so may as well have them fight each other, and then winner gets the winner of Colby and Leon.
And shout out Gilbert Burns. Dude. He's fought down twice in a row. He fights whoever they put in front of him. And it's a blessing and a curse. It's a blessing for us as fans, but it's also not good for him. He shouldn't be fighting down as much as he's fighting down. But
yeah, I mean that Hamzat fight rose the beating stock, I think.
But Masvidal is a big win though. So in Miami, that's a fight you take. That's a big win.
100%. Yeah, he definitely got paid handsomely for this fight. Did you see Gilbert talking about how he thinks Masvidal did the old trick where he was rubbing lotion on himself?
I don't doubt it. He probably did.
Days before? Yeah, I think so too, because I had a little money on Burns by submission, and yeah, there was never any action for that. So
and I don't want to sit here and bag on Jorge during his retirement and give him his flowers, but like he claims to be like what's his best asset? He's a striker, he's a boxer. He's not that good of a boxer.
Not anymore. I think he just lost hand speed.
But like, you know what I'm saying? Like Gilbert Burns looked just as good as him on the feet.
He was. Masvidal used to be freaking slick with the hands. Like against Diaz, I think he just definitely lost a step or two. He even said it after. Didn't really feel like himself in there. But yeah. He did not look like a master on the feet at all on Saturday.
I'll tell you who did look like a master on the feet. That man, Rob Font.
Coming off a
year layoff. Big win against the young rising Adrian Yanez. What a win. What a win.
He shut all the doubters up, bro. Everyone was picking Yanez. When I was listening to just other podcast prediction videos, stuff like that, you did not hear too many people giving Font a solid chance, but he just looked like he was a level above, right?
Yeah.
Freaking was in his face from the get-go. Never let Yanez get comfortable in there.
Yep.
Freaking blasted him with that right hand. Oh my goodness. That was a good fight. Yeah, it was.
What do you like for him?
So for Font, he called out Figgy in his post-fight press conference.
Hey, I don't even like Figgy, bro, and I'm trying to get him fights.
I think he's a fun guy to watch, and he's a great matchup with a lot of those bantamweights.
Yeah, no, it is.
Do you like this fight for Figgy more than you like Cody versus Figgy, or
no? The other one. My number one fight is Peter versus Figgy.
Peter versus Figgy. That's your number one.
That's so for Figgy, I want to see Peter versus Figgy, or like a Dominic Cruz versus Figgy, and then I wouldn't mind like Rob Font.
Yeah, that's funny you say that because I had Figgy, Dominic Cruz, Rob Font, and Peter Yan, just their names written down. I think you match those four up in some way, whether it's Yan versus Font, you could do Figgy versus Font, Figgy versus Cruz.
Yeah, Figgy has he's a good draw in that 35 division. Spice it up a little. Not that it needs any more spicing up, but Rob Font just fucking threw his name back in there too, though.
Yeah, he did. He talked about it. That was just huge for his confidence and his mental game too, because he's been going up.
Can we get a Sugar versus Rob for International Fight Week, like just cause?
Man, I wish Sugar would just hop in there on International Fight Week, especially against Rob. That's not too risky of him.
No, it's a boxer.
Like a
right?
Yeah, it's not like a Marab fight.
Yeah.
And then, so what about Yanez? I think he should honestly take a while off after this one because he got blasted. But I think it would be a good matchup for him would be maybe the loser of Pedro and Gutierrez this weekend, or the loser of Song Yadong and Ricky Simone, which is in a couple weeks, because they're all kind of right in that same tier. I think you could match. You could also match the winner of those fights up with Yanez with Font as well.
Yeah. All good matchups, man. All good matchups. I don't mind them.
Matchmaking's pretty easy in bantamweight. Or I mean, there's a lot of choices.
Easy, but it's not.
Yeah.
It's easy from like when someone loses, like him, or like if someone that's not ready for title shot, him. But like when you get to like who gets the next title shot, or like 1 through 5, 1 through 6, it's tough.
Yeah, I mean for the contenders, just because there's so many options, you can just
Yeah.
pair them all up.
I would not want to be in that decision making for that one. That's tough.
And Big Mouth, the Trailblazer, whatever we want to call him, got the job done, man.
Got it
I
done.
was getting nervous. I had a Holland inside the distance ticket, and it wasn't
Yeah.
looking very promising. But he does it again with a sneaky finish out of nowhere. It seems like
Yeah.
that's how a lot of his are. Ponzinibbio, he was tough in there. He was protesting the finish, but I think that
No,
he
he
was
was done.
definitely out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have an opponent that you like next for Kevin?
I feel like Kevin's just the guy where like you can't trust. I don't want to say you can't trust him, but like I don't think he takes this serious enough as he should. So like I
Yeah,
feel like you just kind of like give him like the funnest fights that you can find. Like I don't know, give him
I
like
agree with
Michael
that.
Michael Chiesa, maybe a yeah. I don't
I
know.
had Michael Chiesa written down for him too.
Yeah,
If Chiesa doesn't find someone soon,
and it's like and it's a thing, and you can do a lot of like catch weights with him, like just do weird shit because he doesn't like
yeah.
never want to make weight, so he can do like 175. Like I don't know, it's weird.
Or maybe a Jack Dela if
No,
Holland's
Jack.
trying to get himself back up in the mix. I mean,
I don't think he
you
is,
think
bro.
Jack's too
Like, I
high
think he's
up?
cool just fighting strikers and like I'll just try to like I think he'll take chances. He can knock anybody out on the feet.
Jack's a striker though, so I mean, we haven't really seen Holland get messed up on the feet too much. It's usually it's almost always grapplers that beat him. Besides Wonder Boy, which is
Yeah,
that's a anomaly. I don't
yeah,
think Jack Dela's quite as nice as Wonder Boy on the feet yet, because he has a lot of potential. But yeah, I think Holland versus Chiesa or Della if Holland wants to get back up in the mix.
yeah.
And
Definitely.
for
Shout out, Kevin Holland. No, always makes it fun, even though I don't like the
yeah,
antics sometimes. But
if when you show up on Fight Night and get a finish, you
yeah,
can't hate it too much. But yeah, it's bad when people miss weight or
yeah.
look bad out there, have bad cardio. And for Ponzinibbio, I was thinking maybe him versus Randy Brown.
Or
Be a pretty
retirement.
cool one. Retirement.
He's old, bro.
He is, yeah. He didn't look quite as good as he has in the
37
past
pro
either.
fights, bro. Like that's tough. It's a lot of fights.
A lot of hits to the head.
A lot of CTE, a lot of screws being loose in there.
Yeah. And how about the youngin?
Tough.
Raul, I think he just thought it was gonna be
Really, but
easier
like
than it
looking at
was.
it, bro, looking at it, they gave him a bad matchup.
That guy was good, bro. He
I
had
mean, it's a good
fought in
test, but he's good. Like if
GSP.
they were trying to
Yeah.
slow play him, it's a bad matchup.
Yeah, that guy was solid at featherweight. So,
Yeah.
I shouldn't say that guy, Christian Rodriguez, but I'm not sure if he must be staying down at bantamweight because he looked pretty good down there. Showed great experience, able to weather the storm because Raul was trying to get him out of there
Yeah.
early, and he had me scared about my over 2.5 rounds.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, Rodriguez, for him, I was thinking maybe put him up against the next youngest guy in that division, Cameron Simon.
I like it.
Winner of that kind of gets not in the rankings, but right on the fringe
Yeah.
because it's
Right
hard
on
to
the
move
fringe.
up in that bantamweight division.
I would like to see Raul take some time, man.
I agree. Just
Like
maybe,
like you've had some wins in this organization now. You've had losses. So it's like let's go back to see let's get a little older, let's get a little mature. We know what we did wrong, we know what we did right, and let's build on that.
yeah. Or you'd give him. It's hard though because you can't really give him someone much worse at this point when you
Well,
decide
it's
you want to
tough
go
because
up.
he's a wrestler. So it's not like he's a young striker where it's like, okay, let's give him a guy who can't strike.
Yeah.
You have to give him guys that are wrestlers. But guys that are wrestlers and they're fucking like just grown men.
Yeah, you saw it with Rodriguez.
That's what's tough.
Man, I'm still sticking by my Raul top 5 in 5 years because 5 years is a long time. And this you can see the skills are there 100%, but just the experience wasn't yet.
Yeah.
What did you think of the Chris Curtis Kelvin Gastelum fight? Fight of the night, I'm pretty sure Dana said it was a banger.
I think Gaston looked really good.
Yeah, great comeback. He definitely looked healthier than he had in the past. That long layoff probably did him a
it's just
favor.
bro, like a lot of these guys, bro, like it's just about matchups, man. It's a good matchup for him. Like,
Yeah.
is he beating a lot of other guys in the top 15? I wouldn't say so, but it's just about matchups, bro. He got a good matchup. He won.
That was, yeah, dude. I think that headbutt did play a big role as well, though, because it was pretty dang even up until then. Gastelum probably had the slight edge, but I think that headbutt kind of swayed the judges a lot because it looked like a knockdown, and then Gastelum was able to dominate the rest of the round after that.
Yeah.
Do you have an opponent in mind for either of these guys?
For Gastelum, maybe you go. I don't know. Does he fight up?
I was thinking that one last run before he's too old. I think he's earned the right to do that. He's been fighting the top guys for a while now.
Fuck, if he can move up, bro, he's the one that's fought Izzy the toughest other than Pereira.
Yeah.
Fuck, run that shit back.
And Izzy's face looked more messed up after the Gastelum fight than it did after the Pereira fight.
Yeah.
And they both almost
do that one, bro. Fuck it. Just do Gastelum and Izzy. Fuck it.
What about Gastelum versus Dricus?
I feel like that's too high for Gastelum. I mean, why not? I don't know. I can't sit here and say give him Izzy, then not say give him Dricus. Yeah, I like that one. It's a good matchup. Fun.
I was thinking if not Dricus, if you don't want to put him that high up, maybe a Brandon Allen.
Yeah. I know. I like that one, actually. Let's do Dricus and Kelvin Gastelum.
Because Gastelum's a good win on the resume for Dricus. I don't think it quite propels you to a title shot, but it definitely
he's got to get a top 5 win before he.
Yeah. Agreed. And then for Chris Curtis, I was thinking maybe the Frenchie Imavov, the guy that Sean Strickland just fought.
Yeah.
Both coming off of close losses to solid middleweights. So yeah, let them fight.
Anything else on that card? Send out to you. Shout out Joe Bodybags.
Yeah, he's looking like he could be a problem.
He's good.
Freaking big, dude.
Big body.
He's only 26. Also, a lot of time to develop his skills and experience in the game.
Yeah.
But one of the best and most hyped cards I feel like I've watched in recent memory, just from bottom to top.
Fucking Trump being there. Jorge retiring. What a night in Miami.
Bro, that front row, it was Mike Tyson, Kid Rock, Trump, and Dana all sitting next to each other.
Elite, bro. So elite.
That's a star-studded.
That's that shit, bro. It's like why the sport is what it is. Shouts Happy Dad. Shouts Death Row Records. Go pick up that grape.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're back. 75 days hard completed. Back. Congratulations.
Appreciate it, brother. Thank you. Let's just say Friday was not a good night. It reminded me of why I don't drink.
It's good to get a little reminder every once in a while, though.
It was cool. But yeah, so Friday, I mean, I saved fucking money for 3 months not drinking. So Friday, went a little crazy, but it's all good.
Oh, shoot. Buying people drinks and stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, you know me. You buy me, I buy you. Help me, help you.
Yeah,
I'll buy that's my bad.
What goes around comes around.
I was on the grape Happy Dads, and then I, had to make a little.
How do you like them? New flavor?
Best flavor, bro. I think best flavor for sure.
Actually?
Best tasting. Yeah. Not even like on some promotional shit. Like I think
on some Kyle shit.
Probably like fruit punch and then grape. I think are the best too.
And it's exactly what Kyle said. Little sauce.
Same script.
He said, man, Death Row is my favorite besides Fruit Punch. Yeah, it's my second.
Script.
Fruit Punch is probably my favorite.
But just look at that, bro. You got, like I'm not even opening this one ever. This one's gonna sit right here on my desk and just be a decoration.
If you ever need $1 million 40 years from now, it might be worth that. You never know.
Facts.
And so I'm trying to think, is there any other big news that has been announced since the card on Saturday, or just any kind of waves that have been made?
We got Juliana and Amanda, but who cares?
That's what I was. Yeah, bro, come on now.
Who cares? But like, let's rant because who cares to get to talk about it? Like that shit's fucking trash, bro. You can't do that to Canada, bro. That's fucked up.
Yeah, they've been waiting for so long. They've had to suffer through a corrupt government and COVID.
That's fucked up, bro.
Being on lockdown for years, and you're gonna be a really good 3.
See, bro, my thing is like if that's gonna be the main, you got to have a title fight as the co-main too.
You've got to do a title fight as the co-main, then you got to do like Poirier Gaethje as the third fight. Yeah, like that.
But like, what do you? But fuck, like I don't know, bro. Yeah. There's no fights to make other like at 289. Like who's ready to fight for a title?
Yeah, because Volkan Yair's on 290, 135 is fighting.
It's not Volkan Yair because that'd be the main event before Amanda and Juliana.
Yeah, I mean maybe there's still a chance if something big pops up, they just bump Amanda Juliana to co-main.
I don't know,
But
bro. It's already
I
been
saw this
announced on
one
the
thing.
meme.
3 of the 5 lowest selling pay-per-views in UFC history. So
Or
dating
Amanda.
all the way back to when the UFC was first founded are Amanda Nunes headliners. No hate to the Lioness. I think she's a great co-main,
No, yeah,
the way I see it.
Amanda's fighting tonight. Like, cool.
Yeah. It's not like are you all coming over for the Amanda Nunes
Yeah.
fight
See, I was
tonight?
already
It's
thinking,
not
bro,
one of
like I'm not
those.
ordering that bullshit.
Yeah, just chill at the restaurant for that one,
Yeah,
half
bro.
watching. More excited about the prelims and those fights. Gosh. But on a side note of that Canada card, our guy that we were supposed to interview, he might get on it. He's from the area. He's one of the top lightweights in Canada. Canadian badass, Michael Dufault. Shout out
We
him.
still gotta get him on.
Yeah, dude, XMMA canceled their event the
Facts.
week of. So,
Tough.
yeah, a little rough. Interview didn't pan out quite yet, but it'll be coming. It'll be coming soon. Yeah, man, this is the sport that never stops. So this week we're headed to Kansas City,
Yes, Kansas
right?
City.
Yeah, home of the Chiefs, Mahomes,
Bro, how do we go
Kelsey.
to? Can we get Kansas City, but we can't get back in Cali? Come on, Dana.
Yeah, bro.
Can we get Sacramento?
San Diego again, part 2.
Yeah, no,
I guess
no,
not part
definitely.
2.
But like, just like since they already went there, like I'm trying to make it eat like fair. Like, all right, we'll go to Sac. But like, definitely in a perfect world, we go back. We'll go back to San Diego.
Yeah, I'll take San Diego or Santa Barbara. That would be
Like a Long Beach. Come on, man.
a little Long Beach action. Yeah, I know they did Anaheim not too long ago. But yeah, Max Holloway taking on the undefeated in the UFC, 19-1 fighter Arnold Allen. Man, this one's got a lot of people talking. Is this the one where Max's chin
Yeah.
is finally going to give in?
Tough.
The question of the week. I don't know, dude. I've been going back and forth.
Yeah.
The bookmakers have Max as a minus 200 favorite right now. I personally think it should be a little closer to even money, maybe Max minus 130, 140.
It wouldn't last there long because if it gets to that, everyone's hammering Max.
Yeah, that's true. I guess maybe that's already happened.
Yeah.
But man, what's your initial thoughts on this one?
I mean, it's kind of the same as everyone. Like at some point, it's got to go, right? But then it's also like he can come out and do what he does to everybody other than everyone not named Volkanovski, and you're just like, fuck, like that's who Max is.
Yeah,
What does
I
he
get
do
it.
though, bro? Like, does he go up a weight? Does he go down? Like what? Because he's never gonna get a title shot again, as long as Volk has the belt.
Yeah, he's a Yair fan right now for sure.
Yeah,
But I don't really know because he's not that big. I mean, he's tall, but I don't think he's a
yeah,
true lightweight, and he's definitely not going to make bantamweight.
yeah,
I mean, dude, he's been in the UFC for over 10 years now. I think he has the most minutes in the octagon total. I might be wrong on that, but
yeah.
or he's close to it. One of the two.
No, but he's a fight night main event guy. That's his name.
I mean, he's a pay-per-view co-main guy. Everyone's
No,
happy
pay-per-view
for
main guy.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he's definitely one of the most popular fighters in the whole
Yeah.
organization, just from a casual standpoint, especially, and
Yeah.
from the big time fans as well. But I don't know. It's like I find myself thinking, is Arnold Allen gonna do anything more than what Yair could?
Yeah. It's not about anything about Arnold Allen. It's about how Max is. If Max is old, if Father Time hits him, then it's gonna go down. But if he is who he is and he's gonna be who he was against Volk and who he was against Yair, there's no beating him.
Yeah, and
It's
it's not
crazy,
like
like
Max
looking at it
is.
now, bro. Like all that we know about Yair now and how we look at Yair now, and Max beat him. Like that's what's crazy.
Max did have to wrestle a little bit though,
Yeah.
but that's just being smart. Because why would you want to stand with Yair for 25 minutes when you don't have to?
Yeah.
But Max Holloway, what's freaking crazy about him is everyone thinks of him as like an older guy just because
No,
of
he's young.
how long he's been. He's 31 years old. That's the age
Yeah.
that we say is the prime age for UFC fighters.
Yeah.
So maybe he's gonna go out there and just be dominant again.
Yeah.
I kind of have myself. I think my bet on this one is gonna be Max Holloway by decision.
That's what I would bet too. I think Max by decision is the best bet.
Dude, this whole card, or at least the top 7 fights of this card, is
Yeah.
very, very solid.
Yeah. I like
A lot of
Edson
ranked
Barboza
fighters in here.
versus Billy Q. It's a good matchup.
Yeah, Billy Q sitting at a minus 175 favorite right now. Edson coming in as a plus 145 underdog.
Yeah.
I mean, Edson's 37 years old at the
Yeah. Still fucking kicking
featherweight
your legs
division.
off though.
That is true. Those leg kicks haven't gone anywhere.
Yeah.
I I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if Billy Q goes the maybe the wrestling route a little bit, just because why not? When you're dealing
Yeah.
with someone like Barboza, you saw obviously he's not Quarantillo is not Bryce Mitchell,
Yeah.
but you might be able to find some success down there, start hunting submissions, or at least just get him tired out. I think I like Billy Q in this one. Just money line.
I like that.
And
My
then,
guys on this card too, huh? Dustin Jacoby.
yeah, going up against San Diego alum, Azamat Murzakanov,
It
the
is a San
undefeated
Diego alum.
Russian.
Dustin Jacoby's nice, bro.
Yeah, this is an exciting fight, dude. People forget that Dustin Jacoby was a pretty well-known guy on the kickboxing scene. Got knocked out by Pereira way back in the day.
Like prayer, yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know, dude. I've been going back and forth on this one. I kind of like Murzakanov for the plus money. He's undefeated. He is 36 years old, but I don't think 36 is as bad at light heavyweight as it is at featherweight. I say that all the time.
Yeah.
Sound like a broken record, but it is what it is. Murzakanov, he's well-rounded. He's just kind of a boxer, wrestler, simple fighter, but can win the fight on the feet or the ground. But he does leave himself open for head kicks. Sometimes he kind of leans his head off to the side, and Dustin Jacoby definitely knows how to throw a head kick.
Yeah, facts.
You gotta play on this one.
I like over 1.5 rounds. I think it's gonna be a good matchup. I think they're gonna be like chess match. I don't like Dustin Jacoby minus 185. So yeah, I'd probably just look at a round total.
Yeah, and both of these guys, it's the 13th and 15th ranked guys at light heavyweight. And if you go out and get a really exciting win in this division, it's gonna catapult you because it's not very deep. So
your boy Prelim Pedro.
Oh geez. Yeah, hopefully he can see. I hope he's not going in too soon just because he needs money or something, because that was bad, dude. That was what was it, back in July? So like yeah, like 9 months. I don't know if he's good yet, but
Yeah.
he's got to pay the bills somehow, right? So he's going in there in a tough fight against Chris Gutierrez. He's a plus 175 dog.
Bro, give me Chris Gutierrez.
Agreed, bro. We saw Pedro. We saw his true colors in there on International Fight Week.
Gutierrez is the favorite.
Yeah, he's -2,
okay.
-200. Yeah,
that's a good line. It's a good line. I read it backwards. It's a good line.
Oh, your eyes lit up there for a second.
Yeah, I was at a hammer play, bro.
Said 5 units. Bing, bing, bing,
Yeah.
bing.
I saw it minus 175 Pedro plus 210 for Gutierrez. And I was like, fuck.
Yeah, I think Pedro's a tough son of a gun though. When he decides he's gonna dig in his boots, obviously he didn't do that against Sugar. He saw the exit and took that road. But I don't know. I'm being boring, but I got Gutierrez by decision too. It might be some. I don't know. It's a lot of durable guys on this card.
Yeah, it's a good card.
You know what I mean?
Good card. I'm looking down at this lineup here. I like Clay Guida, Rafa Garcia. I just like that matchup just because Clay Guida. But then I also one fight I really like here is Brandon Royval versus Mateus Nicolau.
Yes, bro. They're both top 10 flyweights. It's crazy. That just shows how lowly viewed the flyweight division is in the eyes of the UFC. Because you got 2 top 10 guys where whoever gets the win will be right in there at a title eliminator fight, and they're down there on the prelims, not even the main event of the prelims.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is gonna be a high level fight, definitely. I'm a little surprised at how big of a favorite Nicolau is.
Yeah.
They've both kind of been running through their competition a little bit lately.
They're 2 top 5 guys.
Yeah, I didn't want to.
That's crazy.
I didn't want to over exaggerate, but I was pretty sure.
Yeah, 4 and 5.
Any other division, and that's
like low-key a title eliminator.
Honestly, especially because
And it's the fucking
Pantoja
eighth.
is the
It's
only
the
one right
eighth
now.
fight, bro. It's the eighth fight. That's crazy.
Yeah, they got him below TJ Brown and Bill Algeo. No disrespect to those guys. That'll be a good fight. One of Doug Nasty's guys from Arkansas. But yeah, man, that's wild. Do you have anything that sticks out to you, a play of the day as of now on this card?
I do not. I ain't gonna lie. I've been
Yeah.
still like reminiscing about this past. Everything's happened so fast.
Mm-hmm.
Just one like less than 48 hours ago.
It's hard to jump right back in when your
Yeah,
favorite fighter just had the
it's tough. It's
biggest
tough.
fight
It's
of
tough.
their
I'm still
UFC
watching
career.
I'm still watching all the interviews, rewatching. I've rewatched the fight like
Mm-hmm.
3 times. Like it's tough, bro. It's tough. But
Got to, bro.
I'll lock back in tomorrow. I gotta give me the weekend.
Sugar celebration, top tier.
Yeah.
I think I said that before we started.
Sugars,
recording.
bro. Volkanovski's.
Yup.
Like seeing how happy everybody was, bro, and that just shows like who is he as a person. Like like how happy his teammates were, how happy Usman was. Izzy's win even brought back Chuck and Tito.
They were together?
They were together partying with Izzy. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Bro, yeah, Usman and GSP were sitting next to each other in the crowd. Just legends. Jay Jettas and OBJ were both in the front row.
Odell was partying with Izzy too in Miami after.
Jeez, that I wanted to be at 11. Izzy kept saying, "We going to 11. We going to 11."
All right, hurry it up. I gotta go.
And then they'd ask him like 5 more questions. He'd be like, all right, I gotta get to the club now. I'm ready to go be a bad boy. I've got to say though, I love Izzy. I'm not trying to rain on his parade at all, but his one-liners have gotten a little bit worse as his time in the UFC's gone on.
You didn't fuck with the dog collar?
Not that much, bro. I like where he's coming from with it, but
yeah,
the optics just weren't great. I don't know. Wasn't my forte.
No, yeah, it's weird for sure. Yeah. I don't
know. Yeah, the frozen like Elsa thing. At least he finally got to make that one come full circle. He did freeze him like Elsa eventually, so that was good for him. And then what was he saying? He said 3 - 1 = 2. That's two-time champ.
Two-time champ, bitch.
I was like, it adds up, but I don't really get like that.
But it doesn't matter anything he said that was corny after, because only thing that fucking tops everything is this shit right here. Boom.
Mm-hmm.
Boom. Boom. That shit right there was cold, bro. I'll show you.
For anyone just listening, it is Dimes' lock screen right now.
It's the lock screen. Killed that dude.
Yeah, he did, bro. Just all the videos from different angles in the crowd. The one from down low where he's like, boom. And then the one from up high in the crowd. Might have been that one where the picture was from.
Yeah.
Just a night in history. It's pretty great when the whole, at least the sports world, I want to say even the whole world stops to focus on some stuff that just happened in the UFC. It's a good feeling for us fight fans, Facts. And that was definitely one of them moments right there.
Those are the nights I love, bro, when everyone's like, bro, that shit was crazy. I was like, bro, I told you, like, this isn't just tonight. Like, yes, it's bigger because, like, it's Izzy, and Izzy has a lot of, like, character and audience because of who he is. Like, he's he's one of the guys where non-casuals know who is, casuals know who Izzy is. So, like, yes, but, like, bro, this happens every night, every weekend.
There's moments that, like, maybe not that good, but there's
every
great moments.
There's a moment that can happen like this.
Even on the fight nights, you see great things happen. So if you're just tuning in for the first time, or you're on the fence as an MMA fan, just dive into it a little bit. Get your friend's ESPN Plus password. It'll be worth it.
The more you watch it, the more you'll get invested in these guys, and the more those moments will matter.
Bro, you got every single type of person. You got super religious people from Russia. You got people like Sean Strickland. You got Amazon warriors like Pereira down there in the rainforest. You got people like Sugar Sean O'Malley. I'll put you
on a spot here. Is Izzy your best middleweight of all time?
Oh, I'm gonna be honest. Obviously I know about Anderson Silva's career, but I feel like I haven't like studied it enough as I have Izzy's, because I've watched Izzy's career very closely, watched all the fights live. Can't say that for Silva, but I kind of think Izzy is right now just because of how many fights Pereira lost at the end of his career. Or I mean, not Pereira, Silva. About how many fights Anderson lost after the leg break.
Yeah.
Because it was kind of like two different fighters almost. Obviously, you don't want to bring someone down too much for that, but yeah, I think you do have to say that he's the middleweight GOAT. Does he have the most middleweight defenses right now?
Not yet. I still think that's Silva.
Man, that's crazy. Silva, I don't know though. I wasn't around for the Silva era, but
It's just hard to believe. It's just hard to believe it's been better than this.
Yeah. Yeah, because he did have the same thing where people got mad because you have the technical fights and not be
like
looking
any
for
recency
finishes.
bias, bro, but like just the storyline that Izzy just conquered, bro. That shit's fucking crazy, bro. I still can't believe it. I was like Izzy said, bro. I wish y'all can have this happiness at least one time in your life, and to have that happiness, not I don't know it word for word, but some shit like this, you gotta take chances, and like he says, you gotta dare to be great.
Yup, he's done it before. He did it this week, and this week it paid off. The last Stylebender. It was really just motivational, dude. Seeing him up. It's just seeing someone.
It gives me hype right now, bro. I wish I could relive
somebody
that
climb
moment again. Wish I could relive that moment again, bro.
Facts, bro.
This is a remember where you were type shit.
You should have gotten it as you get the security footage, make it an NFT, and just have it going in your house on a picture frame. Just like constantly.
No, bro, I'm gonna get that picture framed of him like this.
That would go hard right there on the wall.
Yeah, right there.
To the left of Michael, to the right of Happy Dad.
I might have to cover Mike low key.
Whoa.
Low key, might have to cover Mike. It's gonna go. It's gonna go right there. You see this shit right there. You got the. I see that. You see the sugar box right there. Look, we got the sugar gloves.
Right here. Yeah, that goes hard. Damn. Won't wear those until you need to knock someone out. The UFC. Tell your sparring sugar.
But yeah,
knock him out with his own glove.
What a weekend. What a time. I feel like we come on here and we say this every other weekend or every weekend, but it's just why we're here, man. Why we do what we do. So shout out everybody in the UFC. Thank you for giving us these moments. Dana White could never repay you. Shouts Donald Trump for being in Miami. Puerto Rican Poppy. Shout out everybody. That's all I got to say, brother. What about you?
I think you summed it up pretty well. I'm out of words at this point. But till next week, I wouldn't be surprised if we're coming on here talking about another iconic moment, because Max Holloway is known to deliver those, and I am extremely hyped about this fight. And I'm honestly extremely hyped about the whole main card. Big flyweight, bantamweight fights. That light heavyweight fight, I'm telling you, it's gonna be sneaky. It's gonna be sneaky, really good. The Dustin Jacoby one. So yep. Oh, my Lakers, we made the play-in, and Timberwolves are having all these issues right now, so we should be able to take care of that.
They don't want to be there.
Yeah, your Dubs. I think you guys won the lottery, got the seed that everyone wanted, the coveted 6th seed, playing Sacramento.
So who they put in front of us, man? Sorry.
Who's your right now? I know you're not locked in on the NBA, but just give me.
I'm locked in a little bit on the NBA.
The wheels are starting to turn a little more.
This past week, a little bit. I watched a couple Warriors games.
It gets better at this point in the season because they're starting to try.
Yeah,
which sounds stupid, but they really don't try for a lot of those regular.
So I'm thinking, games. I don't know. I mean, I think we beat the Kings, and then I don't know. Maybe hopefully you guys get Memphis. We see y'all in the semis. Or no, we'd see you guys in the semis.
Yeah. So does the NBA do they like reseed it every round? So does the highest seed play? Okay, they just keep the bracket. I think they should do the reseeding every round.
Yeah.
Because like if the Lakers and the Warriors play, it'd be a 6 and a 7 playing each other. Yeah. And then it could be like a 3 and a 4 playing each other or something like that. Or I guess no, it couldn't, because never mind.
It would be.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you.
Like a 1 and a 4, I guess.
Yeah. 1 and a 4 would play, then 2 and 7 would play. So the 1 should get the 7.
Yeah. There we go. Put my thoughts right out there.
Yeah.
Give me your way too early conference championships.
Way too early conference championships. Let's see if I can see it here with the seedings. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Phoenix. I think Phoenix beats Denver. And then I think It's Lakers Warriors, and then I gotta go with Golden State. So let's go. Phoenix Golden State in the conference semis would be a fucking must see TV. Anything Phoenix Lakers, Phoenix anything would be good to be. And then I'm gonna go a little chalk Boston Milwaukee.
Yeah, that's honestly probably what it will be.
Yeah,
Boston and Philly will play in the second round, right?
yeah, that'll be tough.
Yeah.
Tough series.
Oh, I want to take Philly there. Just because I'm not a Boston guy. I know you probably still got a little soft spot for him from back in the day, but I do not like Boston one bit. I like Tatum and Brown and Brunson and most of their players, but
Yeah.
just the Leprechaun don't like him. So I'm gonna say Philly versus who does Miami play in the first round, or do they play Philly?
Miami's in the play-in, so they'll have to play Boston if they win.
Ooh,
If not, they'll play. Yeah.
I could see Boston having a little turbulence and Miami being able to.
Tough. No, Miami, bro. The thing about
They
Miami
played
is
them.
if they get a chance to scheme you, they gonna give you fits.
Yes, and they gave
Spo's gonna
Boston
give you
fits
some
last
fits.
year, right?
Yeah.
If
Spo's
Jimmy
gonna give you
made that
some fits.
1-3,
Jimmy's gonna be in your ass for 7 games. That's tough.
yeah, dude. It's hard. Like Miami's always a good plus money pick in the playoffs. I feel like if they're plus money. So give me. Sorry, I'm dragging this out. I'll say Miami and Milwaukee in the East, and then
You got Miami going for real?
bro, I feel dude, they're a good playoff squad. And they got who do they got? They got Lowry, Hero, Butler, Adebayo,
Yeah.
Oladipo, Strus is loose. I mean, dude, there's a lot of stacked teams right now in the league, I guess. And then I don't know. I feel like this is Denver's year because they haven't had a healthy Jamal Murray, Michael Porter Jr., and Jokic all at once in the playoffs, right?
Yeah.
So
No,
I
they
feel like
never have
they,
now. Yeah.
but people go after the Joker,
Yeah.
on defense, huh?
Yeah. You can't go to pick and roll.
Yeah. So give me LA Phoenix conference finals. Hard to pick against the Dubs in the playoffs, but
That's
bro,
gonna be a
LeBron
must-see series, bro.
that
Golden
does
State
way higher
Lakers.
rating than the finals, right?
Bro.
KD and LeBron.
Bro, even Golden State and LA would be a must-see fucking.
Oh, yeah, bro. Steph versus LeBron
Yeah.
rematch.
Bro, I kind of like the setup for us right now because I like how we're playing SAC, less travel, and then if the Lakers do win, we're playing in LA, less travel. So we'll kind of
Yeah.
be, have a little more legs before we. And then Phoenix, fucking not much travel either.
Yeah, it's close to Denver's really the only far one, or
Yeah,
Memphis, I guess.
I ain't worried about Denver.
Yeah, or Memphis.
Yeah, I ain't worried about Memphis. Fuck Memphis.
But yeah, this year I feel like this year usually you can kind of pick two teams that the champ's gonna come from for each conference, or
Yeah.
like two teams that'll be in the finals from the East and the West. But this year it's kind of not wide open, but there's just a lot more options.
Yeah, definitely.
Hard to pick against Phoenix, honestly. I don't think they've lost a game when KD's played yet, right?
They're efficient.
They just who was it? It was one of their big men. He was like, "Man, I just don't get offensive rebounds anymore because everything goes in now."
Yeah.
But then the Dubs, they're just starting to like take it seriously as well.
Playing good basketball right now.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll just have to wait and see though.
Yes, sir.
All right then. Oh yeah, Wonder Boy and Michelle Pereira announced.
Oh
That's
yeah,
gonna be it'll be fireworks. That's on 289. If they try and make that the co-main, they may as well just make it free or half price or something.
Facts.
No, I'm not, dude. I'm no slide on Wonder Boy. It's just that's not a co-main of a $80 pay-per-view right now.
No. Not with the way gas is these days.
Nope. Yeah, wait, everything is. All right then.
All right, thank y'all. We'll see y'all same time next week. We ain't hard to find.
Yes, sir. Doses.